Afternoon, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earth Watch. Friday, July 26, 2024. So I listened to some guy's video. It was very sad and very depressing and surprising. I thought this person was more intelligent. His YouTube channel name shares partially my name, Earthwatch. What saddened me is this gentleman who I can no longer refer people to. I used to. On his video last night was pushing or suggesting the narrative when he was talking in his video about the fires in Jasper, the Canadian Rockies, thousands of miles from where he is, was suggesting the narrative of being under attack. And entities want the areas depopulated for our resources. The only resources in Jasper is tourism. There are no resources in Jasper. The only significance of Jasper is the rail line traveling through it. That is it. There may be some pipeline in the area, but other than that, sorry, no. And that's rather insulting to the many people who lost their livelihoods in homes. He also said, well, there's others on YouTube who suggest lava started the fires. Let me clarify something. Lava is the magma once it breaches the crust and is exposed to the surface. That statement was based on either a lack of education, or sarcasm. There's only one person that I know of who has a name Earthwatch, who has made the suggestion it was the heat from magma, possibly because it's right next to the Wellsgrave volcanic field. And those heat anomalies on the very top of Pyramid Mountain, at the very top, including in the waters in what appears to be, what could have been, an old crater, possibly. So let's go through some proper education. Our protective magnetic field, magnetosphere, is destabilizing and weakening because of the ongoing geomagnetic excursion. The last world magnetic model field intensity map was done in 2018, although dated 2019, and actually in 2019, dated for 2020. It's supposed to be done on 5-year increments. Well, at the end of 2018, going on to 2019, they found that the magnetic north all of a sudden just started moving faster and faster and faster, and that really surprised everybody. That's when the U.S. government was shut down because they had to recalibrate everything, you know, your missiles and all that kind of stuff, guidance systems. So that was a very important tool. So what the world magnetic model field intensity map showed was where on the planet we're under weaker magnetic field lines. The area over Canada and northern Canada specifically were shown to have very weak field lines, which means more cosmic radiation getting in and more ultraviolet radiation, which withdraws or sucks the moisture out of the soils and the vegetation trees exasperates droughts. We were declared stage 2 drought way back in April. It's not even summertime there yet, here yet. If anybody lives here or has traveled there on many occasions, there are a great many miles wide swaths of destructed forests from the pine beetle devastation. Many miles. Specifically, the Jasper National Park. Then, of course, the weather systems moved in with lots of lightning. Now, the other Earthwatch guy is supposed to be really into weather. Who should have known this? $25,000 people had to evacuate. There's only approximately 4,700 residents in Jasper. Add on another few hundred additional people for seasonal workers. You had 20,000 people all around the national park area. A very popular route, Highway 97 from Banff all the way to Jasper, the Columbia ice fields, when the fire started. Where's the witnesses? Fool. These people are too focused on conspiracies and not how our planet is changing, even though other people have the name Earthwatch, something Earthwatch, and how everything aligns with Revelation. It's very sad that a lot of people follow this other gentleman, and when he starts blabbing off narratives suggesting being under attack, and people, entities, governments, foreign powers, whoever, want to depopulate these areas for the resources. Come back and try again, because only 50% of Jasper lost their structures. As for the clowns and idiots out there who are saying, oh, well, that's what happens when you use plastics and all that in the houses. There are no plastic houses in Jasper. They're very, very old houses with stucco coverings. As for the other clowns who are saying, wow, that's just like Maui. That's just like paradise in California. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Look at the park equipment. They're not burnt. One of my jobs when I worked in Vancouver General Hospital was the fire safety officer, safety coordinator. I had to go through the annual school, Greater Vancouver Fire Protection Association. I had to study the 14th edition of the National NFPA, National Fire Protection Association Handbook. As thick as a friggin' phone book. There's something called flame spread rating. It's a way to compare how rapid flame spreads across the surface of one material compared to another. They really make sure that the playground equipment meet those specifications and beyond. We're in a drought. We're under an area with very weak protection from the magnetic field and the ultraviolet radiation coming in. We've had pine beetle devastation. When you have a mountain range here and you have a mountain range here, you have a lot of high winds traveling down in between the mountain ranges where the fires were started. Many lightning strikes. Now, I'm really quite ashamed when I saw that video. And again, I'm here. And I've been up there lots of times. I know what it's like. Out of 20,000 people that are in that area, never mind the other 5,000 living there. Show me one witness. Fools. To the best of my knowledge, I'm the only person who suggested the heat from rising magma. And when he said others suggest lava, anyway, I think that's about it for now, Jesse. You do know that I'm also the administrator of a grand solar minimum geomagnetic reversal forum, where lots of people are shooting off their uneducated mouths about, oh, it's all due. Oh, it's invading armies of terrorists burning down Jasper. Hint, hint. If this is what people are thinking, they're going to be vastly unprepared for what is coming upon us soon.